the courtroom was almost empty. There was just one other couple. There was like two people who were together who he called up, and as they're walking up, or I think they walked up and he started to ask them and then realized they shouldn't really be there or something. He looked at me and said, "Are you recording?" And
what the fuck again?
Yeah, no, this was April 5th.
Okay.
Yeah, he said, "Are you recording?" Just while I'm sitting there. And so I stand up and I say, "Are you asking me to testify? You know, are you?"
You smart ass. I love it. I love it.
I started trying to clarify, how he could ask me this if I'm just sitting in the audience. And,
Yeah.
And what was it?
He's scared of you, Robbie. Scared of you.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I made mention of, you haven't asked anybody else here if they were recording.
You did?
And he said, "Well, nobody else in here has recorded my hearings." And I said, "Oh, so you're saying that I have?" And he sort of backstepped a little and said something like, "Well, I think you have." And as I kept asking questions, he finally told his assistant to call security. And so pretty soon after he said that, in walked a sheriff, and I thought, "Oh, well, yeah, there's a sheriff." And then more started to come in, and I think there were like at least 8 or 9, or maybe even more of them. I can't remember the number, but as they walked out, I counted them, and it looked like it was about 9. But they were all standing shoulder to shoulder against the walls, just surrounding me. And I looked around, and I finally told the judge, "No, I'm not recording." and then I asked, just to clarify, you wouldn't consider it recording if I'm just writing things on a piece of paper, would you? And he said no. And there was like more that we were talking about, because I told him that he was the reason why I had canceled, because I knew that I wouldn't get a fair and meaningful hearing with him. I'm saying this to him. I know that you're violent, so I know there's no way I'm going to get a fair and meaningful hearing. He started to, talk and imply that there was a way to, once he got the answer of, "No, I'm not recording," he was more at ease, it seemed like. So he eventually told I had to like point out the fact, "Hey, there's guards here," because he asked me something, or, "Hey, is there any way we can get rid of these guards?" and he told them it was okay, and they hesitated for a while, but he had to tell them again that it was okay, and they finally left.
Fuck.
But then he said, "Well, if you want an arraignment, then I can see if the judge down the hallway would let you go in there and be arraigned." And I said, "Okay." So he had to get his assistant to go ask her if it would be okay, and it was. I think I told him, one of the reasons that one of the problems with him was that he was biased, and he had shown bias at the hearing at East County, and he actually said, "I can give you that. But you won't have to deal with me again after going down the hallway to this other judge." And so I left.
How long did that last, this back and forth? How many minutes did this exchange go on?
I think it was, I don't know, time was kind of odd right then, but I think it was probably 5 to 7 minutes.
And were you just standing from the pews, or did you actually go up to the front, or what?
I didn't go up to the front, but I went to the middle of the courtroom. So I went from the back pew to middle of the courtroom so I could talk to him. But I was not standing in the...
Or at a microphone?
No.
Wow, for 5 minutes he stops court and talks to you. He wants nothing to do with you, and he'd prefer to get you in jail, preferably via tackle and hog tie and all that shit, and searched and all this shit. I mean, that's dangerous. I mean, thank God that you have this demeanor where you're always calm and you ask the right questions, man, because if you were the slightest bit uppity or no, I mean, I think that would be enough. I mean, it's just like, God, what you're describing is an intimidating thing. And like, if I were to go into that situation, no doubt I'd be bringing my AAA game. Like, I would be 100% aware of my surroundings and words and all that shit.